Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Now today I'm doing an unboxing for Scrapping for Less. It's release day and Blog Hop Day for the Scrapping for Less September 2017 Flavor of the Month card kit. I have it right here in my little hands and I wanted to share it with you guys to show you what comes in this kit. Now there's 4 different levels that come with this that are available with the Scrapping for Less Flavor of the Month kit. Now there is a single scoop, a double scoop, a deluxe sundae scoop, and then also a banana split level, which is like the Mac Daddy level. So this sheet here you can download, and I'll leave a link below to where you can check it out, and it gives you a description of what everything that comes in the kit. And so along with this, you can download a sketch sheet. Now, part of the Blog Hop, all the design team members will be using the sketch sheet to create their cards. And so, if you like these sketch sheets, they're available too, and I'll leave a link below too to where you can check those out. But they're great for inspiration. And so today I'm going to be making 4 cards using this sketch sheet, which is really nice. So let's jump in and see what's in this lovely kit. The theme for this month's kit is sugar or pumpkin spice and everything nice. It comes in this priority envelope, and it's bubble wrap, which is nice. Now the cardstock that comes with the kit will always be packed, sandwiched between 2 pieces of cardboard just to protect it. And so let's take a look at our cardstock here. Now some cardstocks will have stickers on them, but they come off really easy. You just take them off. And so you get, in this kit, you get a navy, you get a chocolate, you get a ginger, and then you get an orchid, real pretty purple, and then you get 4 white sheets of cardstock here. So those are for card making, stamping, whatever you would like. A lovely bouquet of flowers. I'm thinking of flowers. Lovely bouquet of cardstock. Now, in collection number 1, we're going to take a look at it. You get the Lawn Fawn Pumpkin Spice stamp set. And all the collections come wrapped in cellophane, to kind of keep everything separate. And in this kit, you get a rub-on sticker. Now and then some ephemera. Now the rub-on stickers and the ephemera are all from the same collection. This collection is Fall is in the Air, but all the ephemera and the rub-ons will be different. So you just get like a little sampling. You also get 6 double-sided pieces of 6x6 pattern papers. And this is also from I believe it's from Fall is in the Air collection too. I'm not quite sure on that, but you get 6 of these, and everything coordinates beautifully, which is so nice. And I almost forgot the Kennedy Gray sequins. You get some of those sequins too that coordinate. So you get all of this in collection number 1. Now, if you have the deluxe sundae and the banana split, you will get all of this. Actually, if you get the double dip sundae, the deluxe sundae, and the banana split, you'll get all of these. And remember, even the pattern papers will kind of vary a little bit because a collection will be split. So just wanted to let you know that. Now this is collection number 2. You get this cute little Newton's Nook stamp set. Now this one is called Falling for You, which is so adorable. I love coffee, I love fall, and so I was so excited when this kit came to me. You get coordinating Kennedy Gray sequins. Lovely. You get 3 metal pumpkin paper clips, which are so cute. And then you get a sampling of Enamel Dots by Gina Marie. Now for these papers, you get 6 again. And then these are also double-sided. And these ones are from Doodlebug, and they're called Flea Market. And so again, your papers will vary. I just want to let you guys know that, because what happens is the paper collection is split. So same collection, same coordinating, but just different. Some of them will be different. So that's collection number 2. Now for collection number 3, you get this cute little Brutus Monroe coffee cup. Got pumpkin. Love that. Right up my alley. And so I wanted to see if that centerpiece was, if it was 2 different stamps. But it's all connected. So you could just get 1 coffee cup. But it's a cute little size, and I love that little pumpkin in the middle there. So that's your stamp set for collection number 3. Now let's take a look at the goodie bag here. We're going to show you that these papers are double-sided too. Now, this collection is the Hello Fall collection from Simple Stories. I just love fall, and I love the fall colors. And so again, your pattern papers will vary, but coordinate, which is nice. So a lot of fun pattern papers, fall themed, which is lovely. Then of course you get your sequin mix, coordinates with everything. And then you also get some Sticko stickers, just regular stickers, but they're pumpkins and fall leaves, which are so cute. And then you also get 5 metal leaf brads. Now I don't know if you can tell with my video or not, but they're different colors. There's a red and a brown and a green, but those are all fun accents for cards. So that's everything in collection number 3. And so we're going to move on to collection number 4. You get all of this in the kit, which is lovely. Now you get this stamp set by Newton's Nook, and this one is called Newton's Perfect Pumpkin, which is so cute. Just love that. Now you also get a piece of ribbon. Now this ribbon is will coordinate, but it's will vary. So your ribbon might not be the same as mine. Okay, and you get, of course, your coordinating sequins. You get 3 sets of cute little googly eyes. Okay, now let's take a look at the papers. The papers that are in collection number 4 are from Pink and Maine. They're called Not Too Spooky. And you get, again, these are double-sided, and you get 6 of them. A lot of Halloween colors, which are really fun. There's a lot of variety in this Flavor of the Month card kit. I was so excited. Now you get coffee, you get pumpkins, you get Halloween, you get fall, just you get all of it. And I just really am going to have fun with this one. So now, if you subscribe or if you purchase the Deluxe Sunday Kit, you get everything I just showed, and then you also get these 3 dies. You get, well, normally a die, but this time you get 3 little ones. So, but they are so cute. They're itty bitty, tiny little dies. They're less than an inch. You get a squirrel and then 2 little mice. And so they are just adorable. Great stash builders. Great for your collection. But that's the squirrel, and then here are the little itty bitty mice. So less than an inch. And actually, yeah, real small. But they're perfect for card making. Oh my goodness. They'll look so cute on a card. So if you get the Deluxe Sunday Kit or the Banana Split Kit, you get the dies. Now, if you choose to subscribe to the Banana Split level, or if you purchase the Banana Split level kit, you get everything I just showed, and then you get a few more things. Now, this month you'll get, let's see, you'll get a fall sticker, which is cute. It's actually clear, and then it has some sparkle to it, so that'll look really pretty on a card. So, and I'm not sure if everybody will get the same sticker or not. I think you will, but it's real pretty fall tree. I'm really not sure if that's a sticker you'll get, but you will get the Neat and Tangled. This is the everything pumpkin everything stamp set, which is so cute. And then you will get some Nuvo Crystal Drops. These ones are ripened pumpkin. Real pretty color. So you'll get all this with the Banana Split level. Tons of great stash builders and tons of things. I mean, you could make tons of cards with this. And so I just thought I would share the unboxing with you. Now, I'm going to pull in all the collections and show you. Oh, I almost forgot. You also get 4 envelopes with to go 1 for each collection. So you get 4 envelopes too. Okay, so here's, you get, oops, I'm going to make a mess with those, with that sample of Nuvo Crystal Drops I just showed you. But here's all the collections you get, along with the dies, Nuvo Crystal Drops, the Banana Split stamp set, and then the fall sticker. So, Banana Split level for Scrapping for Less Flavor of the Month kit. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. So it got a little bit of everything here. So I am so excited. Let's jump in and we're going to make a card. Okay, we're going to actually make 4 cards. So I already cut and trimmed down my cardstock here to make my card bases. And then I used 2 sheets of the white cardstock. And then I actually grabbed a couple stamping sheets too, just to have them handy. Okay, now I'm going to use, for this card, I'm going to use sketch number 3. And I always start with collection number 1. So let's make a card. We're going to start off by stamping. I'm grabbing this cute little pumpkin spice latte, my favorite ever. I always try to hold back. At my work, I am actually, we're adjacent to a Starbucks, and so it takes a real lot of effort for me not to just jump in and grab that pumpkin spice latte every day. I try to keep it to a minimum, that way it doesn't spoil fall for me, I guess. But next best thing is coloring in a pumpkin spice latte. So I'm just coloring in my cup base with greens, and I'm using my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. Colored that in, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to fussy cut that out. Just going to stamp 1 image for this card today. Lovely. Okay, now we need to stamp our sentiment. So I grabbed a piece of the pattern paper that came in collection number 1, and here's where I'm going to stamp the sentiment that says, I'm going to stamp pumpkin spice in my latte. I'm going to do the second part of the sentiment first. I'm just using Versamark ink, and then I'm going to use my white embossing powder and go ahead and heat set that. Since the background of this pattern paper is printed, I think the white would look really good. Now here's where I'm going in with the first part of the sentiment. I already melted that embossing powder and I trimmed it down, so that's our sentiment. We'll set that aside. And then I already cut out all my cardstock papers here. So I have a piece of ivory cardstock from my stash, and then the green pattern paper here, and then I have the pumpkins, and then I have the kind of like a yellow polka dot circle, and then I have a frame to go around it using that plaid paper. So these are the elements we're going to use for the card. Now we're going to assemble it. I'm just taking my tape runner and I want to adhere that to my vanilla colored cardstock here. Place it right in the center. I'm going to take my card base. For this card base, I'm going to use the ginger cardstock. Oh. I don't know if you can hear that. That's my dryer. My laundry's done. Okay, next I'm going to trim this down a little bit, and that's going to be placed there, but we're going to build our little scene here. So I'm going to take my little coffee cup and pop that up with some dimensional adhesive, and I'm going to place that towards the top of my circle area there. And then I'm going to take the sentiment strip and I'm going to tuck, I'm going to fishtail one end, and then I'm going to tuck the other end underneath my circle frame. And then I'm just going to tape that down there. And then I'm going to pop it up with some foam tape and place that right on top of that yellow circle there. So that's my little scene. And I wanted this pumpkin strip to be popped up along with that circle. So I glued them together and then added foam tape behind all of them all at once. And then I'm adding some faux stitching around my little heart there. And I just used a die that I had in my stash. Add some faux stitching. Lovely. And that is card number 1, using collection number 1 and sketch number 3. Okay, now we're going to make a card with collection number 2. For collection number 2, I'm going to use sketch number 4. Okay, I already trimmed down and cut my pattern papers here. And from my stash, I have like this wave. They're actually 2 different pieces. One has a stitched, and then one cuts it out. So I cut out a little wave. Next, I have a piece of white Bristol Smooth cardstock here, and I'm going to do a little bit of distress ink blending here. I'm going to go in with some Shabby Shutters, very lightly, and then next I'm going in with some tea dye distress ink, kind of blending them both together as I go. And then I'm going to top it off with some antique linen. Gives a real nice fall soft background, and I just love the colors. Now I have a rectangle die. I'm going to add that wavy piece of pattern paper we cut out to the bottom of that, and then I'm going to die cut everything out together. You can see here I'm just activating the ink a little bit, and I wanted a little bit more, so I splattered a little bit more water on it. There we go. I'm going to just dry it. Speed up my drying time here. Add my pattern paper to the bottom. Before I do that, I did distress the edges a little bit with some of that distress ink. Lovely. Whenever I'm going to adhere 2 pieces of pattern or paper together, and I like to die cut them out together only because I like the stitched edge around everything. It just gives, for me, it's more finished. So there's my little scene panel here. Now next we're going to do some stamping. I'm going to stamp the cute little pumpkins that are in the set, and then 4 of the fall leaves. Now I went ahead and I'm going to skip the coloring only because it just takes too long. Actually, I'm going to shorten this video. My main focus was on the unboxing, but I popped that panel up with some fun foam, and after I did that, I thought, well, shoot, I need my sentiment on there. So I was crossing my fingers when I was going to stamp this big old sentiment on that distressed panel there. I'm just using Versamark ink. I'm going to stamp it, and it turned out great. I got lucky this time. And then I'm going to go in with some white embossing powder, and I'm just going to melt that. And there's our sentiment. Now I'm just going to arrange my little scene, adding my pumpkins and my leaves on the bottom of that wavy pattern paper. And then I also cut out a little flag of the pattern paper, and I faux stitched around it and then added some white twine. And then also I used some of the Gina Marie enamel dots. So that's card number 2 using collection number 4. Nice pretty fall card, and I love the sentiment. So now we're going to work on card number 3. Okay. Card number 3, I'm going to use sketch number 2. And I had already cut out my pattern papers. And so just to speed up everything here. So these are the elements I'm going to use for the card. And remember, I am using the sketch as a guide, so it was easy to cut out all my paper patterns here. Okay. And here I'm going to use the chocolate cardstock for this card. I'm going to show you the sketch sheet just so you can see the layout there. Okay. Now I experimented with the center of that little coffee cup, and so I took a brown and then an orange ink, and I stamped it, and it gave it a gradient. And my first one actually stamped better than the second one I showed you. So I'm just going to fussy cut that little centerpiece out. And then while I have my MISTI out, I'm going to use my Memento Rich Cocoa ink. And I'm going to ink up this coffee cup really well. I'm going to actually have to stamp it twice. The lines on this coffee cup are on the thick side, which makes it really fun. But I did have to stamp it twice. And I'm going to do the same exact thing because I want to actually use the Cup Cozy as a stencil, and I need the lid off that second one. I stamped the sentiment that says Got Pumpkin with Versamark, and I'm going to heat set that. I'm using white embossing powder here. And I just stamped it on the pattern paper that came with this collection. So there's my sentiment. Okay, now I already colored in my coffee cup here, and I fussy cut out my little centerpiece, and I cut out my lid, and I'm going to use this cozy part here, the Cup Cozy, and then I have this corrugated paper for my stash. This is like olive green color. I'm just going to use that as a stencil and then cut out my little Cup Cozy part. I'm going to pop up my little pumpkin center there and place that on my corrugated piece. And then using my tape runner, I'm going to adhere that corrugated piece to my coffee cup. I love coffee cards. They're so fun. I don't know, just coffee makes me happy. Okay, I'm going to pop up the lid with some dimensional adhesive here to give it my coffee cup a little bit more dimension. Lovely. Love the way that looks. So that's our little element. And put that back in there. I'll use that as a stencil again. Okay, let's assemble our card. I'm going to adhere this acorn pattern paper to my card base. And again, I'm using the chocolate cardstock. Place that on there. And then I'm going to add my sentiment piece. And then I'm going to pop up my little fishtail banner and my circle with some foam tape. And I'm going to place that on my card base. And then I thought my coffee cup kind of drowned out a little bit, so I want to soften that plaid paper back there. So from my stash I have this scalloped edge die. I cut out a piece of vellum that was a little bit larger than that circle I had cut out. And I added my coffee cup, and I'm just going to adhere that over that plaid paper there. I'm using just the brown sequins from the Kennedy Gray sequin mix. I added some faux stitching, and just to make that coffee cup pop a little bit more, I'm taking some Simply White Nouveau crystal drops and going over the lid, and I think this adds a lot of dimension to my little coffee cup as well. And then I'm taking the Ripened Pumpkin Nouveau crystal drops that came with this kit, and I like to add them a little drops on top of the sequins. It just makes them look less like sequins and makes them look more like an accent. So that's card number 3. Using collection number 2, or actually using sketch number 2. Sorry. Okay, now we're going to move on to our final card for today, and we're going to make a Halloween card using this cute little stamp set. Love the stamp set. So I'm going to stamp Newton with his little pumpkin, and I'm also going to stamp the little pumpkin. The cute thing about this stamp set is there's little faces that you can add inside the pumpkin. So I chose the happy one. Cute. And now I'm just going to stamp a small pumpkin. Now I went ahead and colored everything in and fussy cut them out. So there's my little images. So cute. Now I have a piece of black cardstock, and I am going to stamp the sentiment. It says Happy Meow-owing. It was really hard for me to say. I did good though. I'm just going to use some white embossing powder and trim that down. I already heat set it and everything. So there's our sentiment. Cute. Now we need some pattern papers here. I thought I would make a little shaker window for this card. So I'm taking some white cardstock I cut out of frame, and I'm going around it with my tape runner here. And then I had cut out a piece of acetate that was the same size as that larger circle. Add some foam tape. And then now we're going to add some of the sequins that came with collection number 4. So nice that everything just coordinates. Okay, and just sometimes I'll add glue to the back panel of the shaker and then add some sequins back there just so they all don't fall down. And then I can control the color that shows too. That's my theory. I'm going to place the backing on there. And there's my little shaker window. Next I have this, I scalloped the edge of this polka dotted pattern paper. And for this card I'm going to use the orchid card base. And using just this pattern paper I cut out a rectangle and then a square. And again we're going along with, for this card we're going with sketch number 1. There we go. I thought I better show you that part. So these are all the elements we're going to use. So I'm going to adhere the scallop edge to the bottom of this rectangle. And since the polka dots were on the larger side, I decided to add a thin strip of black cardstock right at the seam of the purple and then the orange paper. And I think that made a big difference. It just made it pop. I just used my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to secure that down there. I'm going to trim off the end, and then I'm using my tape runner and I'm going to adhere that to my card paste. Okay, now I'm taking the little square, and I wanted the square to be popped up for a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to adhere that to my shaker. And then I did add foam tape behind it. That way that panel is lifted up. I'll remove all the backing, and then I'm going to place that on my card base here. Up a little bit higher. Looks good. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and arrange my little scene. I'm gonna tape my sentiment behind Newton there. And then just for a little bit extra, I added a double layer of faux stitching around my shaker circle. I'm adding a little bit of Wink of Stella to my little pumpkins, and then a little hat, the witch hat there. And that's it for that card. Card number 4. I hope this gives you some ideas, and I hope you really like this Flavor of the Month card kit. Like I said, I was so excited when it came in the mail. I wanted to share it with you guys. Here's a look at the 4 cards that I made. And I want to encourage you to go check out the Scrapping for Less blog hop. All the design team members are going to be making cards using this kit, so there's a lot of inspiration out there. I'll leave links below to where you can hop. If you like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up, and if you're new, want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Have a lovely day, guys, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.